All right, new data shows that 83% of prison inmates nationally get arrested again following their release from prison. Similarly, 78% of NFL players are bankrupt or under financial stress following their NFL careers. Both populations have not been able to successfully transition for a number of reasons. We're going to talk now more about this, the First Step Act and the Second Chance program under President Trump, how they've been major breakthroughs for the current prison population. And back with us for more, retired NFL player Jack Brewer, and also with us, Dr. Lauren Wright. We'll be back in a second. Jack, so you're working on this program right now. You're filming a new documentary about recidivism in the United States. We want to play a clip from your work here. Here's former NFL player Ray Lewis speaking to some inmates.
It's time to raise them. It's time to provide for them. It's time to give them the direction so they don't make the same mistake. Right. One truth I always tell my kids, you can't make the same mistakes I made. And the only gift I really have for you, I can't buy it. It's the truth. That's why we're here. To start telling the truth, right? The truth is, I need y'all to stay out here. Because I need us to help us raise our kids so our kids don't repeat the same cycle.
Powerful stuff there, Jack. And of course, Ray Lewis knows what it's like to be in that situation. Everybody remembers what happened to him. He was under the microscope, accused of being involved in a murder in Atlanta in the Super Bowl years ago. But Jack, tell us what you're doing now, working on reducing recidivism here in the U.S.
Well, we all know, mass incarceration, particularly of black males in our country, is a crisis. Following the Clinton 94 crime bill, and guys like Ray Lewis, who has had his own experiences with law, but now is putting hundreds of inmates through his programs for solar and teaching them how to be engineers. I've had the opportunity to start my own program in partnership with Fordham University. Now where we're going into the prisons and we're actually teaching these inmates skills on business, basic accounting, how to understand the vocabulary of business and all these different functions that can actually help them go out and be productive members of society. We got to remember that in most prisons, particularly state prisons, these guys are thrown in jail and they really don't have any resources put at them. We hear all this talk and conversation about public prisons versus private prisons, and I got to admit myself, I would not go into a private prison a year ago. But the first time that I went in, I learned something. I learned that what my opinions are don't really matter. It's really the guys that are behind bars that can tell you, if they've been to 12 or 15 various state prisons.
And Jack, it's always been like, lock them up, throw away the key and forget about them. But we're seeing now the results of that and the downside of that. That's why this issue of criminal justice reform, the First Step Act, the Second Chance Act, all this stuff you talk about in your new column is so important. And we congratulate you for your work and, of course, look forward to having you come back on and talk more about this. Always great to see you. Jack Brewer, the CEO of the Brewer Group, also a retired NFL player. You can check out his latest column on Newsmax.com. Great to see you, Jack. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, my pleasure. When we come back, presidential historian Craig Shirley will join Dr. Lauren Wright as we take a look at some of the highs and lows, the history that was made this past week. We'll be right back with the week that was.